From LA Late headquarters in Santa Monica, this is Afternoons LA Late.
It's the biggest week that there was, and the action continues this week as Monday had a shocker after the close of the bell, as Walmart dropped like a brick in those guidances on earnings. Unemployment is likely to surge higher. We'll have the latest details on the predictions for the big number coming this Thursday and what it means for you and your money. Plus, your benefits are going up a lot. We'll go over the latest details on that and the housing data released minutes ago. But guess what? You deserve a stimulus check. And that fourth stimulus check has landed. It's across the board. In every U.S. state, approximately $100,000 you qualify. Stay the second half. We're going to go over all these incredible checks, SSI, SSDI, Social Security and Railroad benefits. It's a fourth stimulus check, about $100,000. Step one, go out of this video, become a member. And then stay the second half as we go over all these incredible checks, plus the raise of your benefits, and that would likely give you about $5,000 on top of that. Biggest lift of a generation. Boy, we have a lot of money coming up in the big second half. Go under this video, become a member, and stay to that second half as we go over this huge sums of money. But the shocker is the week that was. The week like you've never seen one before has been underway in less than 24 hours. We've already been shocked. As Walmart, after the bell yesterday, gave guidance for the current quarter and the year to date, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. It sunk Target, Amazon, and all the retail stocks. But then minutes ago, we had earnings coming in from McDonald's, and there was a major beat. What's going on as we look at the recession? Plus, we have new housing data that came in as well just minutes ago. The question mark at issue is, where is this industry going, and where is this money going as well? We'll be looking at the latest detail on what's going on with inflation and why it's raising your benefits up so much. We'll be looking at why that housing data this morning was particularly not good after a week that it was not good before that. And then we'll be going over all these incredible four stimulus checks in every U.S. state you qualify. I'm going to go over the incredible LA newsletter, the incredible money you qualify for, and the money at issue. Become a member, go under this video, and stay the second half as we go over all this huge money, as America's most watched show at midday starts right now. And good afternoon, everybody. It is the week that was. The most exciting, biggest week of the entire summer, Monday all the way to Friday. Breaking news on the hour, by the hour, and it did not disappoint yesterday, as Walmart, after the bell, announced a major pivot. And just minutes ago, we had some more corporate layoffs. Oh, boy. Plus, we have the latest detail on the housing that just came in minutes ago. We have an indication on where that inflation is going. We'll be turning to that question mark as well. And then, of course, the Build Back Better Act, the latest details on that. Plus, we'll be going over all your incredible money for fourth stimulus later in this recording. Go right in this video, become a member, and stay the second half, and we'll be going over the raise of your benefits as well. What a big broadcast it really is. But we start with, of course, the week that is. The latest details right now is started late yesterday. If you're a member, if you're an LALate.com online news reader, you saw the breaking story. We broke it last night. Walmart shocked the markets as they gave guidance for the current quarter and the year to date. And they said that inflation is taking a major toll in the retail sector, and the stock is down astronomically today, right at the open. And Amazon, Target, all the other retailers are falling as well. We'll be turning to that story in just a second. But first, let's leave with a very fascinating story. Natural gas is surging very high to the highest levels we've seen since 2008. Why? Because Nord Stream 1, there it is again, that pipeline that feeds gasoline from Russia to Germany, was offline to July 21 from routine maintenance, and they did not believe it was going to come back online. It did, and then it went back offline. And right now, after they got that gasoline from Azerbaijan for Western Europe, there's big concerns that natural gas, which actually in Europe is used additionally for air conditioning during the summer months and also to heat in the winter, is surging out of control. There's a big problem, and especially big for inflation. Although the magnitude and the speed of natural gas prices rose to contributing non-fundamental, the fundamentals are nonetheless the primary driver, says analytics group EBW minutes ago. It's astronomical. The EU minutes ago announced a deal to voluntarily reduce gas consumption by 15% next month. It's an emergency. It's absolutely emergency, they said. The purpose of the gas demand reduction is to save ahead of the winter months. They're worried if it's winter, people have nothing to heat their homes. It's a shocking story, and we're going to stay on top of it over the rest of the week. But let's turn back to and that, of course, it impacts you because the price of oil and natural gas will go up here as well. Let's turn back to a preview of what's coming on Thursday. On Thursday, the new labor numbers release. How many unemployment claims will there be? Number is not coming down, and it's surging out of control. And here's what you need to know across the board. When you look at this number right now, it is just not settling down. And by indication of the latest details coming in from Shopify, the online retailer minutes ago, it's actually likely to get a lot worse. What's at issue? Let's jump at the number right now. The unemployment has surged dramatically in just a short period of time from 188,000 to 251. I'm projecting it to shoot to 260,000 new jobless claims this Thursday. But what do we get minutes ago on the labor front? One of the biggest online retailers, Shopify, the online shopping website, you can set up a website and sell on it, announced it's laying off 10% of its entire workforce. Unbelievable. It's a preview of what's to come because we've had other layoffs hit Netflix, Coinbase, even Meta, and Google as well. Minutes ago, I told you it's a big week. And minutes ago, we had another data. 3 data points came in on the housing market. And the housing data showed weakening of this economy as well. Let's look at the housing market last week, and then we'll go over what happened on the housing data just minutes ago. The housing market all last week missed. Monday missed, Tuesday missed, Wednesday missed, and Thursday continued to unravel. But what happened minutes ago? The Case-Shiller Home Price Index survey was released, and it showed that while prices are still going up on homes year to date, they're going down compared to where they were the month before. Let's go with analysis. In the month of April, the annual gain of a price of home, so it's April to April 2021 to April 2022, was up 21%, 20.6%. Got that? Okay, so the number for the month of May for S&P Core Log, Case-Shiller National Home Price Index released minutes ago, the number for May was 19.7%, higher than the same month last year. So it's going down, and this is the second consecutive month where the rate of increase of homes has dropped. It's not a good look. Basically, the prices of homes are going up still, but they are going up less now 2 consecutive months in a row. Which markets were the strongest gaining markets? Tampa, Miami, and Dallas. And here's what the analysis says right now, that this may look bad, but it's getting a lot worse. Craig Lazarov, managing director at S&P DJI, says despite this acceleration, growth rates are still robust, but in the short term, transactions are feeling the pressure with the sale of existing homes down for 5 consecutive months. In addition, with less competition, houses would have been flown off the market last year are now lingering. The share of homes seeing price cuts have doubled from the year to date and have motivated homeowners to close the deal before they need to. This, my friends, is why you have to get that 4 stimulus check that is in every U.S. state. In the second half of this video, we can go over all these incredible checks. It's approximately $100,000. You qualify. We're going to go over each of these incredible checks. Step 1 is for you to go onto this video and become a member. Step 2, stay the second half as we go over these huge checks that you deserve and you want to get. Let's go over what that's happening. Those incredible checks are approximately $100,000 done by the President of the United States by executive action in the month of March. And they're huge, about $100,000. We're going to go over those incredible checks in the big second half. It's just incredible. You want to grab them right now because the data is not looking good for this economy. It's slowing very dramatically in every U.S. state, done by executive action. It's federal stimulus, not state stimulus. And we're going to go over all these incredible checks with the success stories of viewers in the last 48 hours. Those success stories are incredible. You're going to learn in the second half how one viewer got 18 months of checks, upwards of about 80 checks, and another viewer got check A and lots of check C. This is breaking news in the last 3 days. One viewer in the last 24 hours. Incredible, great news. It's coming up in the big second half. Why is this housing data not particularly good? Why? Because we saw this housing data last week. And the housing data continues to unravel day after day, week after week. And let's go over where we are right today. The housing data last week started on a Monday. On July 18th, the National Association of Home Builders Wells Fargo Housing Index was released, and it gauges builder confidence, and the number dropped dramatically. How big of a drop? Second worst ever in the 37-year history of the index. Dropped 12 points to 55. The other time it was a bigger drop was 42 points to 30 at the start of the pandemic. That was last Monday. Then last Tuesday, the 19th, housing starts, new home constructions number was released, and that fell 2% when they were looking for an increase of 2%. Home builders need to adjust rapidly to a world in which fewer buyers are there, said Ian Shepperson, Pantheon chief economist at the time. And then Thursday, the existing homes, this is a home that's already built, you're reselling, fell 5.4%. And this is the biggest drop since 2020. It's clearly due to plunging affordability, says Lawrence Yoon, chief economist for realtors. We've never seen mortgage rates this high. Mortgage applications are now at a 20-year low. So when we started the day of the second day of this week with the housing data, we understood it wasn't going to be good. Today is day 2 of the week that is absolutely out of control. What are we seeing today, and what do we still have coming up later by evenings? The week that is has a lot going on. What do we have? Well, on Tuesday, we have Microsoft, Alphabet, McDonald's reporting corporate earnings. We started the day with the Case-Shiller Home Price Index, which we just went over. The home prices for new home sales are coming in about 30 minutes from now, and consumer confidence is also coming about 30 minutes from now. Tomorrow is the big one. Tomorrow is the pending home sales at 10 a.m. And then at 2 p.m. tomorrow, Wednesday, we have the Federal Reserve's FOMC statement. That FOMC statement will give us guidance on what they're going to do. Likely 75 basis point increase. This is the July meeting. They're not meeting in August. And Jay Powell then addresses the American people at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday is the most important day, I really think, because guess what? That is when the Department of Labor is likely to announce you're in a recession. We'll go over that in just a second. Thursday also has Apple and Amazon reporting corporate earnings. And then what we have on Friday is a hideously important PCIe, which is an inflationary number, the most important one after the CPI. It comes in between CPI numbers. It's a big week. And that's why you can't miss anything that's going on this week. So let's continue with the other breaking news that came in addition to housing just minutes ago. It, of course, is the earnings recession. You're going to see a recession in labor where unemployment claims are surging. You're going to see a recession and housing starts down. And you're going to see a recession most quickly, most evidently, in corporate earnings. And it showcased itself last Friday as Snap and Twitter, the social media stocks, tumbled dramatically. In the case of one of them, they're down 75% year to date. But the big story came late last night. If you were in the live chat, if you were on la.com, if you're a member, you got the news alerts coming in for me about what happened with Walmart. Walmart overnight really did exactly what it did in the month of May. Do you remember what happened in the month of May and the month of June? Walmart and Target gave guidance Wall Street thought this was a strong market, and Walmart and Target, shocked the market by saying it's not strong. That started the bear market that we're currently in. That's when people suddenly pivoted and realized, wait, there's a problem with this market. Well, it's no less than 30 days, 60 days later. And what happened overnight? You saw it in the major announcement from LA yesterday. It was Walmart late Monday after the close of the markets cut quarterly and full quarter guidance, and they said that the pressure was caused by inflation. WMT, the stock from Walmart, traded down nearly 10%. Right in after hours trading is down at least 10% right now. Amazon fell 5% and is still tracking lower, along with Target. It's really bad. The entire retail sales market is down. Here's the statement from CEO Doug McMillon late last night. The increasing levels of food and fuel translation are affecting how consumers spend, and we've made good progress clearing hardline categories. Impairment at Walmart is required to do million markdown dollars. This is as the inflation benchmark or inflation move is going to be at issue tomorrow at 2 p.m. as the FOMC statement is released by the Federal Reserve. What a shocker. Now, let's understand why inflation is not broadly felt exactly across the board. Minutes ago, we had other corporate earnings, and they were beats. What's a beat? Better than expected. Better than projected. What's a beat on the top? Top is revenue. Bottom is earnings. Miss means you miss the target. So McDonald's came in with corporate earnings minutes ago for the second quarter of 2022, and guess what? It was a beat on the bottom and a miss on the top. It was a miss on top revenues. We came in at 5.72 billion, less than the 5.81 expected, but it was a beat on the earnings, 2.55 compared to the 247. Coca-Cola came in with corporate earnings minutes ago, and they were a beat on the top and a beat on the bottom. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. No, that's Coca-Cola. 70 cents versus 67 cents on earnings, and a revenue beat really well, 11.3 compared to 10.6. They did not see a significant pullback on spending. That's what they say. We tend to have some lead time going into a normal recession, said CEO James Quincy in a statement obtained by LA News. So there you go. It's really fascinating. You see recession manifesting itself really bad in Walmart, Target, Amazon, social media stocks, and not last Friday whatsoever in healthcare, not so whatsoever at the moment in consumer staples like beverage. And we didn't see it either yesterday or Friday on Ryanair, the discount air traveling company. That's why this is so important. What's going on? What's going on is inflation. Inflation's at a 20-year high, not a 20-year high, generational high. And so we haven't seen since the 1980s, and the Federal Reserve is about to pivot. But what you and I are going to look for is Friday's number. That PCIe, the consumer that personal consumer spending number is huge because it's released between the CPI and the PPI. Let's go over the latest details. It started 2 weeks ago when the CPI was a major beat on a Wednesday. Then on Thursday, the PPI was a major beat. The following day after that, the retail sales was a beat, and that shows us that the situation has not settled down across the board. Why is this important? Because as your inflation goes higher, then your benefits go higher a lot. May's CPI was 8.6%. Then, 2 Wednesdays ago, June shocked the market, 9.1%, higher than the 8.8 print expected. And that is great news for you because your benefits are going up a lot. How much? We'll go over that in just a second. Let me go over the equation of how this works. We're trying to determine where inflation is. And so far, all indications are it hasn't peaked. 2 weeks ago, the CPI was released as the most understood benchmark for inflation. Middle America, mom and pop, everyone knows the CPI now. You should as well. The Consumer Price Index, how much you're paying for the product at the store. It's gauged based upon products and also gasoline. So it's the highest level of 1981. That was July 13th. The day after that, July 14th, the Producer Price Index, the brother to the CPI. This is how much the wholesaler is paying. It rose to 11.3%, close to the near-time record of 11.6%. Then that July 15th, the retail sales numbers were released, and it showed that the products went up even higher, 1%, meaning that people aren't spending to buy more products. They're just paying more for that single individual product. That means inflation has not peaked. And if inflation has not peaked, your benefits are going up an enormous amount. Let's go over that equation starting right now. How much? About $5,000. We'll go over the calculation now that you understand what's going on with inflation. It's huge. It's huge news, and that's why we have to watch this data coming in on Friday to understand what's at issue with this market. We need to know where inflation is because it'll give us a guidance on what's happening with your benefits. And those numbers coming in on Friday are the personal income expenditure, PCEI, and that PCEI, and that's at 8:30 Friday morning. Let me tell you what's going on. As inflation is now at the all-time high of a generation, you're in a great state because why? Your benefits are going up a lot. Let's go over why. Your benefits are tied to a benchmark called COLA, C-O-L-A, Cost of Living Adjustment. That number is determined by another number, and that number is called CPI-W. It's a subsection of CPI. It's so simple, isn't that? It's really simple. And so if the CPI is going up, the CPI-W is going up. Now, what's interesting here is that COLA is only determined by the CPI-W in 3 months. They are this month, July, August, and September. So what we need to see is we need to see whether inflation continues where it is right now, doesn't go much lower, stays where it is 3 more months, or tracks higher, because if it does, you're going to get an enormous amount of money for the lift of your benefits. We'll go over that calculation of those benefits in just a second. So that's why Friday's number. You got to watch Friday. I'll have it on air on mornings probably because that's by the time it'll be released. That's why that number is so important. That's why Wednesday at 2 p.m. is so important, as the Federal Reserve will try to battle reducing inflation by raising interest rates. I don't think it's going to work. And that's why all these earnings reports, Wednesday with Boeing and Meta and Bristol Myers, and then on Thursday with Apple and Amazon and Merck and Honeywell, MasterCard, we got to see whether inflation's hurting these businesses. Because if there's pervasive inflation, it's big news for your benefits. All right, now let's calculate out how much your benefits are going up. Your benefits are going up a lot. First, is it automatic? It is automatic. You don't have to do anything. Automatically direct deposit to your bank account or in the mail, however you receive your check. Number 2, is it you? It is you. And that is if you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veterans benefits, and more. Number 3, how much? About $5,000, but some viewers will see more than 5. Some viewers will see less than $5,000. Is the same percentage for everyone? It absolutely is the same percentage for everyone. Again, the 3 months that determine what's going on will be this month, July, August, and September. And that, my friends, is why you have to become a member of this channel. It's all detailed in the membership newsletter. Inflation, your benefits in the worksheet. That's why you want to become a member. Membership on this channel brings so much benefits. And with that, let's turn to that incredible fourth stimulus check in every U.S. state right now. You qualify. These incredible checks have been law for a while. Viewers have cleaned up. In the second half of this video, you're going to meet one viewer who has gotten upwards of 80 checks over 18 months. You're going to meet another viewer who got 2 different clusters of checks. I'm so proud of him. Just incredible sums of money. We're going to go over all that in the big second half. Let's get a preview of what this fourth stimulus is. This fourth stimulus was done by executive action from Joseph Biden in the month of March. It is approximately $100,000. It is not state stimulus. It is not coming from your state. It is federal stimulus. Lots of different checks that add up to about $100,000. We'll go over each of these incredible checks in the second half. You go get them. You go right in this video, become a member. You get them because they've been law since March. Viewers have been paid since March. You qualify. Single individual, $75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, $150,000 less, go get it. And if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, you get as well. How do you get them? You go into this video, become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino, VIP. Go right on this video and become a member right now, as the hundreds do daily, and become part of LALATE, the #3 most watched financial news channel in America in broadcasting news, spanning to #2. Lots of expansions on LALATE coming, and we'll go over those expansions in the big second half. Go on to this video, join the channel, become a member, and get that incredible membership newsletter Monday through Friday. One of the great benefits of being a member is, of course, those worksheets. Those worksheets are in the membership newsletter down at the fourth line every day. And let's go over what the updates on the membership newsletter right now. Here's the membership newsletter. It's a PDF. That PDF is a series of pages you can print from your phone or download and take notes on a separate piece of paper. Page 1. What do we learn about inflation today? Well, we learned a lot. We learned that inflation has hit one of the biggest retailers in the planet, Walmart, saying that inflation has driven up prices, that people could not afford those prices. They did not shop. Walmart is warning lower earnings for this quarter and the year to date. So they're giving guidance for the whole year based upon the inflationary pressure. And we also know that inflation, if it does not stay down, if it remains at its current level, has not peaked, then your benefits are going up a lot. Recession. What do we learn about recession? We learned that Thursday is really one of the most important days of the entire year, in my opinion, because we need to see whether the Department of Labor's announcement Thursday is a second quarter of negative GDP growth or positive GDP growth. I featured yesterday on this channel. I'll feature more tonight on evenings. It's fascinating. There's no indication that the second quarter of this year was positive GDP growth, because I've had GDP Now, which is a live tracking tool, 30-year track record of 100% accuracy. So it was a negative quarter, negative. So suddenly Wall Street analysts the last 24 hours are saying, I'm projecting positive GDP growth on Thursday. Based upon what? I don't know where the projection is based upon, but maybe they're right. We'll see the latest details on that on Thursday. Also on Thursday, we'll see labor. Now, we started, of course, with Shopify. Everyone knows Shopify laying off 10% of its workforce. Follows lots of other companies like Tesla and Coinbase that have laid off dramatically. And on Thursday, we're going to have the latest unemployment claims, 260,000, what I'm projecting. And then Federal Reserve, the last item on the first page of the worksheet, Federal Reserve at the bottom. Their announcement comes tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll have it live on air. And Jay Powell announced talks to the press at 30 minutes thereafter. The second page of the worksheets gives us two incredible stories today. That second page of the worksheets is a wonderful table. All this stuff is created just by LALATE for you. You're not going to see this anywhere else. This is why this channel has expanded and is taking on that #2 position in broadcast news for financial news. This is a wonderful table. It's a table created for you that goes over how to keep track of every check you apply for. Check A, check B, check C, date you applied, how much you paid for, how much you got paid for, and more. Here's what happened. One viewer who was a member and was using the worksheets and keeping track of that on that table forgot to look at the table. Well, you gotta look at the table. She forgot to look at her table, and then last Thursday she got an email from the agencies in Florida, and they said, "You applied for Check B? Congratulations, you're approved." Incredible. Now the story gets better than that. Why? Because she was approved for 18 months. 18 months of what? 18 months of her mortgage. My goodness. 18 months of your mortgage being paid because you became a member of LALATE. You know how much money that is? That is not $10,000. That is tens of thousands of dollars. It is an absolute enormous sum of money. But guess what? We're not done there yet. She's not getting 18 checks because of this channel. She's getting upwards of 80. Let me tell you why. In applying for Check B, she also applied for all her utilities. So let's presume most people have about 3 to 4 utilities, because you have water, you have electric, and then you have at least one heating bill, and maybe you have telephone. That's 4 bills approximately, plus the mortgage. That's 5 checks per month. 5 checks for 18 months. That's about 80 checks that she's getting because she became a member to this channel. Incredible. Congratulations to her. I'll have more about her story tonight on Evenings LA. But here is a second success story. This came in less than 24 hours ago. This incredible success story came in from a viewer who wanted you to know that he had a success. He wants you to be motivated as well. I love him for doing that. His name is Spelly. I butchered it all day yesterday, so I made it a point to get it pronunciation right tonight and this afternoon. Spelly. So he wants you to know that he is in Oklahoma and he got check A. He says, I would love for you to announce it on air because I want to encourage other people. He got the weatherizing check for Oklahoma City. I had a little trouble getting to the application whatsoever. I had a little bit of trouble getting through the application, but I found it. I got it done. There was a couple false starts, but I stayed with it, and I wanted to report that I got it approved. I love it. That shows the motivation. He says, yeah, I tried and I submitted some things didn't go right at first, but I did it again and it got approved. Now, I said to him, Spally, go get more checks. He said, but I did get more checks. Oh, wow. So here we go. I also got check C. They're paying for a year. Incredible. Incredible. They also got me on Snap, and I'll be getting about $3,000 a year. And that'll be for at least 2 years. Just incredible. Incredible. This is what you want to do. Jump on the live chat, inspire other people, tell people your success stories as well, whether it's $100 or $200, whatever you've gotten across the board. Now, the next page of the worksheets is the stimulus. Boy, we just went over that one. That is a big shocker. Your raise of your benefits, the biggest of a generation, a lot of money, the biggest money you've ever wanted. It's happening because once your benefits go up, they never go down. Gasoline, we went over that. That was nat gas. I'll have more about the gasoline and what is going on the international level tonight on evenings. And then the last page, student loan debt forgiveness. That's coming in just a few days from now. $10,000 for individuals who make $150,000 or less. In the big second half, we're going to go over those incredible 4 stimulus checks in every U.S. state. You deserve this money. Why would you not get this money? You go under this video and become a member and get checks like other viewers are getting. Viewers are getting 80 checks on a regular basis. This is success stories that you deserve for yourself as well. Become a member and be part of the community that cares for one another and is winning together. Become a Purple Power, Purple Hawk, or Calcino VIP member under the video's link. Join this channel, subscribe, and the big second half, we're going to go over all these incredible checks one at a time. Plus, I have new insight on what's going on with 2 of the checks, really fascinating. And we'll have the latest guidance on what's happening by tonight. It's afternoons, and I'll be back with you in 60 seconds.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. They're Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals. Reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Daily for the excitement of the new LA live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late.
And the excitement continues right now. The big second half from the shores of Santa Monica, California. Thank you for joining me on a big day. It's a big week, and we're just getting started. The excitement continues tonight on Evenings LA in prime time at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time as we go over more of the data coming in, more corporate earnings, more inflation, more recession, and more stimulus. But did you become a member during the commercial break? I hope you did. Go right on this video. Join the channel. Stay now as we go over all these incredible checks, starting with the first check right now. First, let's understand how these checks happened and where they are and what they are right now. The President of the United States in the month of March did a series of executive actions. At the same time, viewers of this channel were saying, LA, can you find me some checks? The Build Back Better Act hasn't gotten done. Perfect timing, because he had just done them by executive action, and they immediately were put into the membership newsletter by me that night. Viewers have been getting them ever since. They're approximately $100,000. They're federal stimulus from the federal government across the land, and you qualify. I want to make sure that the checks were of big quality, big value, because you have a big recession underway. You have a big financial cliff coming. I care about you. I want you to get big sums of money, not puny little $200 checks, big tens of thousands of dollar checks. Number two, I want to make sure you qualify. Single individual, 75,000 less, go get it. Broad eligibility here, great news. Married couple, 150,000 less, go get it. If you rent, if you own, if you have children, if you don't have children, if you're on benefits, SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or railroad benefits, go get these incredible checks. Number three, I want to make it simple. Put it in a newsletter, deliver the newsletter, have you for just click, 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 push, 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 apply, 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 make it very simple. And that's what we have with the membership newsletter. So let's go over all these incredible checks with the very first check, which is Check A. I give it a lettering system on this channel and starts with, of course, Check A, a $6,500 to $12,000 for stimulus check in every U.S. state. Single individual, 75,000 or less, you qualify. Married couple, 150,000 or less, you qualify as well. And if you're on benefits, SSI or SSDI, go get it. Step one, become a member. Go right on this video and become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Join the channel. Go down that membership newsletter Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time till you find it. Check A. There it is. And then click the link. It sends you right into the nationwide website. Choose your state. Then choose the Weather Rising Grant. And go get it just like Spelly got it. I was about to say Speedy. Spelly got it. Absolutely incredible, great news. Go get that incredible check. Bet you're not going to stop there yet. You're going to go get Check B. Like that one other viewer got 18 months of Check B. It's $15,000 to $80,000. In her case, she got even more than that. Single individual, 75,000 less, go get it. Married couple, 150,000 less, go get it. And if you're on benefits, go get it as well. How do you get it? Step one, join this channel. Become part of the hundreds that join this channel daily. First, subscribe. You have to remember to subscribe, of course. Then join the channel. Then get that incredible membership newsletter Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Go down the membership newsletter, you find Check B, and then go get it. Send you into the nationwide website, choose your state, and go get Check B. You're not done there yet. You're going to go get Check C. It is wonderful money for rent and utilities and mortgage assistance. Once you subscribe, you want to become a member's wealth, and then go down the newsletter till you see Check C. It tells you who to call, what to say, and where to say it. Check C has been on this channel for a long time. It's the residue of third stimulus. And viewers have been doing this money for a long time. Viewers have gotten from this channel $50 million when this channel launched on March 25th, 2020. And they're still getting money to this day. Let's look at some of the success stories for Check C. Do you want $20,000 for rent like Nisi all the way up to $30,000 like Elizabeth? Go get Check C. Look at Angela, Mark, and Nancy. Go get some utilities. Go get Check C. And then combinations and Snap. Snap's brother, Mark's brother-in-law, by the way, got $15,000 for utilities. He got $100,000. He's getting $100,000 for Snap over 10 years. And then combinations. Nisi got $23,000, but then went to $50,000. Mark got $32,000, then went to $166,000, and Lorraine went to $150,000. Let's look at what happened with each of them. First, Mark. Here's Mark at $32,000. He went to $50,000, then $100,000. Then he got Check B, $66,000. He went to $166,000. Here's Lorraine. She was at $105,000, and then she went to $150,000. Common occurrence with all these 3, 4, 5 viewers is the same thing. Whether it's Nisi, Lorraine, Margaret, Johnny, any of these viewers do the same 3 things. One, they're in all the live chats. You got to watch all the videos. You can imagine you hear just about Walmart's earnings and you think that's the whole economy, and you miss what happens with McDonald's and Coca-Cola when they beat dramatically. They beat on the top, then beat on the bottom. You need to know the entire economy because it's a confusing economy. And that's why you have to be in all the live chats. Watch all the videos throughout the day. Number 2, they keep on getting checks. They get one check today, they get another check. If they get $40,000, they're not happy. They go get another check. They bring it to $55,000, then to $65,000. That's what you do on this channel. Finally, they inspire other people in the live chats, encouraging other people on, and they get inspired by other people as well. Let's recap what you need to do. Step 1, go on this video and subscribe. Subscribe to LA Late. Number 2, go onto the video and become a member. Purple Hawk, Purple Power Casino VIP. Then go to the front of the channel, hit that little bell, hit that alert button, hit it right now, and make sure you set your notifications to all on. You're watching LA Late, the number 3 most watched financial news channel in American broadcasting right now, but expanding to number 2. Coming to this family in less than a few days is 2 new channels, LA Late 2's news channel and LA 3's news channel. On LA 2, you'll have Stimulus 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with a live show on that. Then you'll have tape programming about humor. Sirloin, Javita Late, and Blaine 66 all back. On LA 3, you'll have The Economy on a 24-hour live show as well. And then you'll have delicious cooking. Meantime, have you seen what's happened to other things on this channel? Yes. LALite.com, that's the website that started nearly 20 years ago, has been relaunched with now breaking news story on the hour by the hour. You saw the breaking news story LALate.com carried last night, syndicated nationally about Walmart. You gotta watch the breaking news. It's the wonders of a great news publication. Then the show you may be watching right now, LA Late Live, is now a 24-hour a day, 7 days a week broadcasting program. It airs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So it's no longer just a couple hours here and a couple hours there. It's live on the hour, the feed updated across the board. That's why you got to get these first stimulus checks. Go right on this video, become a member. And with that, let's go over some of those 2 checks in more detail right now. I want to go over check C, check B, and check A one more time. When I say check A, check B, or check C, you may hear the singular. It sounds like he's saying just one check. No, as you saw already earlier in this video, there's actually lots of checks in each of these checks. You already saw the viewer who got 80 check Bs. You also saw the viewer who got, you've also seen other viewers who get multiple check As. Let me go to check C, for example. Check C is for your household. So let's say you either rent or you own. Let's call that one check, rent. Let's call it rent. Then you have at least the water bill, the electric bill, you got a heating bill, and you may have another heating bill. Let's say you have about 5 bills per month. In the newsletter, you have 12 places at least to reach out to for those 5 checks per month. 5 times 12, that, my friends, is upwards of about 80 checks a month. 5 times 12, wait, I did that wrong. That's upwards of 60 checks a month that you can that you have opportunities on where to get from the membership newsletter. 60 checks per month, and many viewers are getting on average about 12 to 18 months of checks. Folks, that's not one check C. That's a lot of check Cs. So do it right today. Do it right today because the financial future of your family is so important. That financial cliff is looming and the recession's coming as well. And with that, let me turn back to what's important about that recession this week. Let me go over something that's happening certainly in a optics right now and also in an analysis situation. It's very, very important. I think it's going to continue all week long because I really don't know where it's coming from, but I do have a guesstimate of why it's happening. What's going on? There's an attempt by some Wall Street analysts, there's an attempt by the White House administration to try to keep on sugarcoating things that really should not be sugarcoated. What is sugarcoating means making it sound better than it really is. Last night, when Walmart reported those downward projections, they weren't earnings, they weren't earnings reports, they were projections, saying we're downward guided for this quarter and the entire year to date. They don't report earnings until August. That shocked the market. It shouldn't shock the market. It really shouldn't, because we saw back in June that Walmart and Target says we're having big problems. We've already seen a lot of implications of inflation hurting the revenue and the net profit of corporate America. We've already seen that inflation is bringing less people in the stores. We've already seen that inflation is increasing labor layoffs because businesses are cutting costs. So why was Wall Street so shocked by the Walmart numbers? It's because some Wall Street analysts keep on discounting, downplaying, sugarcoating the severity of the situation. They want to tell you that things are better than they are. And I have a theory why, but let me show you what's going on. The Federal Reserve is meeting tomorrow, and 75 basis point versus 100 basis point. They're both austere. That neither one of them is good. And yet Wall Street wants to do a pair dance, victory dance in a quarter because it's only 75 basis point. Folks, that's not good. That's a very major lift. We have the jobless claims coming in on Thursday. And yesterday, Janet Yellen, when addressing last week's number of 251,000, says a strong labor market. I'm sorry, 250,000 unemployed new people per week is a strong labor market. The worst number of 2022, the worst number since the middle of 2021. That's what's going on. Then we have some people trying to say that recession is not broadly felt. That's true, but don't discount where it is. It is in retail. We see it today in Amazon, Target, and Walmart down dramatically. Don't discount where it is. And when gasoline tracks down for a few days, don't believe it's staying down. It's going to come back up. That's what's going on with the White House as well, trying to downplay the severity of the situation. What do you need to know? When engaging your money, it's important to be ahead of the ball. It's important to be ahead of the ball. Why? Because you want to be more conservative on your money, not be more risky on your money. What's risky? Risky is spending like this is a gangbuster, wonderful, robust economy of February or April when it's not. And thinking, oh, the news is all going to be okay this week. Nothing's going to be bad. And then when it's bad, you're shocked and you're not ready to pivot. We already had that quote by that analyst talking about the home builders. They haven't pivoted. They think that they can get those home buyers in like April. They aren't. That's when lack of pivoting, when trying to sugarcoat, hurts people who should be pivoting. Another report out minutes ago said that consumer debt spending is out of control right now. It is absolutely out of control. Folks, it should be going the other direction. Why are people spending like it's out of control? I think it's because they're trying to not accept the severity of the reality. And do I think I'm correct? If I look at the article, I think I am. Because why? The article says the people that have runaway debt are admitting that they don't want to look at their credit card statement. Yeah. So they know there's something bad there and they don't want to actually look at it. I don't want that to be you. That's why I care dramatically about you. I need you to get all the stimulus right now. I need you to go into this video and get as much stimulus as you can right now. I need you to understand where this economy is and where it's going. I need you to become part of this family and get this money right now. Because guess what? There's a financial cliff coming. Guess what? The economy is slowing. Guess what? If it's a recession announced on Thursday, then it's recession. If it's not a recession, it's still not a good economy. Guess what? We're in a bear market. Guess what? Corporate layoffs are going to grow. And what you need to do is prepare accordingly. You need to prepare accordingly, quickly, right now. Why do you do that? Because you do not take risks with your life and your finances. You do things conservatively. You don't take a trip to Europe and run up a credit card debt of $20,000 today because there may be a recession underway. You don't go to a concert series this summer and spend $1,000 that you don't have and run it on credit card debt. You don't do that. You become a member. You become a member to the channel that's winning the hearts and the wallets of viewers across the country. Why? Because I care about you. And I think this is the differences of the equation. If I'm to guess why there's so much sugarcoating out there, is because the analysts that are being booked elsewhere are analysts that make money on transactional activity. They need you to buy the stock or sell a stock. If you're not buying or selling, which you shouldn't be, if you're not buying and selling stock, they're not making money. So they're trying to encourage you to buy and sell stock, even though the stocks are down and they're not coming back up. They want to get you to buy or sell a home, even though you should not be buying a home in this market. The mortgage rates are out of control. They want you to engage in some type of activity for their purposes to help them That's not the focus here. The focus is here is that you're strong as a family. We're going to be together for a long time. We got 2 years of this recession, and that's why I need you to be tight. I need you to be positive. I need you to be motivated. I need you to be encouraging. Whether it's simply saying hello to new members in the live chat, whether it's saying hello to a familiar face in the live chat, whether it's taking interest in a viewer who may have had a surgery on his foot, whether it's taking interest on a viewer who had a birthday yesterday. That's what makes the difference, because we got a tough road together ahead with this economy. And the tighter we are as a family, the more loving we can do and the more stability we can deliver. Become part of the family that's changed the history of broadcasting, that continues to do so with 2 new channels coming to this family in just days, a brand new website, and a live feed that is 24/7. Become a member. And tonight, join me on the primetime show that started it all. Evenings LA at 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. From the shores of Santa Monica, California, God bless. Stay informed, stay focused, become a member, stay to Evenings LA, and stay with LA for more.